Hi, my name is Deb, and I want to share my story with you to tell you that I'm not suffering anymore as deeply as I was when I was 18. So suffering, I was diagnosed with asthma when I was 18 years old, and I'm no longer doing that. And the trials of over decades of going between acupuncturists and naturopaths and sacrocranial, which I highly recommend all those. The doctor was the first 20 or 30 years of my journey, prescribing medicines, puffers, um, you know, over-the-counter allergy medicines, where it just continually got worse and worse. And I actually think using the puffers on my personal treatment was detrimental to recovery. It took me months from a 10-minute allergy asthmatic episode. And as if you're suffering from asthma or COPD, which they were starting to diagnose me with COPD, if you're suffering from that ever, please look at the alternatives out there in the health and wealth place. I came into this product 2 years ago. I couldn't walk from the bottom of our property by the river up to our carport without having to stop halfway. All my friends and family would always walk ahead of me, knowing I would be way behind them, and having to stop. And I know if you've had asthma, you know that how heavy it feels here, how you suffer with like cement or an elephant sitting on your chest during an attack. But when you're walking, even in the cold air, or just taking a sprint, even if you were able to do that, your energy, it's like, it's just an awful feeling to get to somewhere where everyone else is passing you and you can't. I was in Vancouver going up Cambie in front of City Hall for about 2 years with my family, and they would always be waiting for me at the opposite corner of every block because I couldn't get there. You know, I just couldn't get to as quickly as them. And now I can. Now I can go up the piece of property from our bottom of our property to the top to our carport and be at an equal time with them. So, you know, if you can get a hold of me or to the person who sent you this video, I highly recommend what we're doing. Natural ingredients, and it's a game changer. It absolutely changed the world for me to be able to have a new normal. And the new normal didn't include not being able to breathe and looking at a lifetime of being behind oxygen tubes and tank and carrying things around with me that way. You can't hear it in my breathing now. You used to be able to hear that in my breathing for sure. So go for it. Get to that person or phone me, or her if you, whatever. Just do it and do yourself a favor and go for it. In health, I wish you all good health.